lock it in, yeah. It's the Joe Lockett Show. Lock it in, yeah. It's the Joe Lockett Show. Lock it in. Are you ready to be entertained, educated? A little stimulation for your brain. Lock it in. Are you ready to learn? Are you ready to laugh? Are you ready to love? Then lock it in, yeah. It's the Joe Lockett Show. Lock it in, yeah. It's the Joe Lockett Show. Lock it in, lock it in. It's the Joe Lockett Show.
What's up, y'all? It's your boy Joe Lockett. You guys locked into your favorite eating right. How you guys doing this evening, man? In this Tough Conversation Tuesday on the Joe Lockett Show. Hope everybody's doing well. Man, it is scorching nice, warm outside today. Ohio, Los Angeles, okay, Kadeska, how you doing? Erica Barker's in the building. Toby Fly talks with Tony. Hey, Tony, how you doing? George in the building. What's up, big dog? What's up, Polly? What's up, Sincere? What's up, sister? Justin. Kiki, do you love me? How you doing? Nate Dogg, what's up in the house? What's up, Samuel? What's up, MJ? Hey, everybody, how y'all doing, man? Hope you guys having a great day so far. I've had an awesome day, man. Nate Dogg said, what's up, nephew? Yeah. What's up, Jimmy Young? What's going on? Yolanda's in the house. How's it going? Man, today I got a chance. Have you ever had anybody in your family, nephew, that you've seen on social media, and y'all never met?
That I seen on social media and I never met?
Yeah, but you got family. You have family that you've never met, but you've seen them on social media.
I think so.
Well, today I got.
I don't see them often. Does that count?
No. It's like since she was a baby. She's 30. I think she's 30. She's 30. She's 38 years old now, right? I've never seen her in person a day in my life.
Yeah, you never went that far.
So today I got a chance to meet my cousin. Today we had breakfast this morning. Shout out to my cousin Jasmine.
That's dope.
38 years, bro. I've seen her. I heard about her. Right? She was right here in Birmingham, Alabama.
That don't make no sense.
Yeah,
that don't make no sense.
You talking about my family? Makes a lot of sense.
How did that long?
Anyway, I got a chance to meet my lovely cousin today, and what a beautiful soul, man. It was nice to be able to sit down and just talk, and wishing her the best. She'll be on her way back home, maybe back home now. But baby girl, if you do see the show, if you're watching, I love having breakfast with you this morning. You're a great inspiration, and as I told you before, you are the star of the family. Continue doing what you're doing. Nothing but blessings to all the stuff that you have accomplished, and to everything that you want to accomplish. You're going to do it, and don't take no for an answer. Keep doing what you're doing, baby. You're proud of you. But it was good, man. Have breakfast with her this morning.
This was up.
Yeah. And then while I was having breakfast, my phone started blowing up, and it started buzzing. I'm like, what the hell is going on my phone? Everybody's sending me this thing, and I'm looking. I'm sitting there and I'm eating my breakfast, right? Trying to eat my omelet, shrimp omelet. By the way, it was good.
Shrimp omelet.
It was good.
That do sound fire.
It was good. It was good. And so I'm sitting there with my cousin. We eating. Down on my phone. Kendrick drops his diss track.
He does.
On a Tuesday.
Random Tuesday.
I said, okay. So I didn't listen to it until after Vision breakfast. I'm like, I am not going to interrupt my breakfast with my cousin.
That you ain't seen in 38 years.
Exactly, for this crap. So I looked at my phone, turned it over, and actually turned the salad on and kept eating. Then I got in my truck. And I sat down. And we'll take it from there. So what do y'all think of the diss track? Did y'all get a chance to hear the diss track today? Do y'all think it's thumbs up, thumbs down? So let me know what y'all think before we give our thoughts here on the diss track.
You just jumping into it like that?
I got other stuff I want to do because it ain't gonna take long for what I gotta say.
Dude, we can mention this during the news.
I know. So I just brought it up.
Damn, wait, dude, you're so out of it.
Yeah,
I didn't have it, bro.
Hold on, I'm still talking. I'm still keeping run down on the show.
No, because we got other stuff. If we're gonna do it like that, don't just jump into it out of nowhere.
We haven't jumped into it. I'm still doing
You
it.
did.
I said we'll talk about it later. I told people to give thumbs up or thumbs down.
All right.
And that doesn't mean we can talk about it.
Okay. Well, what's the topic?
I'm sorry that you had a different way you wanted to approach this.
I did, but you kind of squashed it. I thought I was gonna do it for cliffside stuff.
You still can. I just get run down on the show, sir.
Okay.
You can approach it however you want to in the cliffside news. I'm just giving a rundown on the show. Okay.
What's the topic?
Creative differences, y'all.
Well, what's the topic, though?
Exposure. Today we're gonna be talking about exposure, and we'll go a little bit further than that a little bit later on.
Exposure.
Yeah, exposure, exposing.
Funny how you use them choice words.
Exposure, exposing. What do you carry? Joe, actually, was tough conversation. Some people ain't gonna like me today, but it ain't nothing. All right, guys, you guys hang tight. Before we get into the topics of the day, let's go ahead and get it in. Let's get it in for the cliffside.
So we'll go on with our live entertainment. Without further ado, here they are.
It's cliffhangers.
Love it. I just love it.
Alrighty. Now let's get into the nooks and crannies and the little potato chips and all that other stuff. We got music, entertainment news today. All right, we get into the business in the news, though. So first things first, we're gonna build our way up. Again, I do want to say before we get into it, real, shouts out to Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram. Shouts out to y'all. Y'all been doing great, shooting numbers up. Leave that like and that thumbs button and drop some comments. Now, first things first, congrats to Miss Taylor Swift and all of the Swifties. She, for the second time, has got all top 10 on the top 10 Billboard chart list. And she, for the first time, occupies the top 15 with all 14. Now, I'm not gonna lie. That is different. That's different. She moving up to some little echelons where you can make an argument that a lot of folks don't want to make, if I'm being honest. And I'm part of people. I'm part of people that don't want to have this argument, but if she gonna do this, you kind of got to. Your face is really, I don't know why it's irritating me this fast. What do you got to say about that, sir? Or do you have any commentary?
I'm just trying to figure out, honestly, are you saying that the first 15 songs,
the first 15
on the top, on the
top,
like 1 through 15 is all her?
Yes, 1 through 15 is all her in the top 15. Well, 1 through 14, my bad. Okay. 1 through 14 is all her on the America's Top 100 hits list right now.
Okay, so this is what I have to say. This is what I'm looking at you. Because it's bullshit.
I agree.
Because here's the thing. Can you and me name 3 of Taylor Swift's songs?
But we're not a demographic. We're not a demographic. Yeah, no. That's not fair. That's not fair, Joe.
That's very fair. Bruh, for you to have 14 songs that are the top hits, I don't think a huge percentage of Americans.
No, that's what you be capped. That's what you be. Joe, first off, me and you are not her demographic.
I understand that.
She caters to white people.
I understand that.
That's 1. 2. And it's more towards you on this.
Okay.
You don't listen to music.
I said us. I said me and you. I didn't say just Joe. I said you.
Well, us, me and you. But I'm I'm not her demographic.
I understand that, but bro, what I'm saying,
you just don't listen to any music.
Okay, but you're right. But what I'm saying is, when a person, okay, even if you don't listen to stuff, right, you hear. Okay, you don't have to listen. I love stuff. I don't listen. Hold on. I don't listen to a lot of stuff, but I know a lot of stuff, right?
Yes.
When it comes to
when
I don't listen at all, but I do know, right? Because I see, right? And people talk, and then I say, okay, whatever, right? So like what I'm saying is, I'm not saying that she ain't that woman. I'm saying for 14 songs, no, bro. No, I'm saying that's BS. I'm saying that's incorrect. Because when even if you didn't listen to Michael Jackson and you listen to no music,
wait. Look what you always comparing these folks to. That is Michael freaking Jackson.
And that's when they're putting her on the level of ass for her to be breaking.
No, wait. They're not, they're trying to. They're trying to. But it's very much apparent that she's not.
But it don't add up at all. But it don't add up at all. Let me say this. I like Taylor Swift. I think she's a great artist. I think she's a great singer. Her music is good. You know, I've heard some of her music, right? But the accolades that we're seeing in today's time is not equivalent to what I judge standards by as being that girl.
But they're trying.
That's all I'm saying.
I get it, but they're trying to turn Taylor Swift into a Lady Gaga / Britney Spears on terms of hype, not the artist. On terms of hype, that's what they're trying to put her in the forefront of. The new Lady Gaga or Britney Spears on terms of hype.
Okay.
Because that's the hype that they're building her around. You can see that the system is kind of aiming it towards that way. Mm-hmm. And when it comes to Billboard charts, if you want to do your musical analyst type of thing, yes, having this is BS because you can pay your way to get in the top 10, just depending on how long you want to keep paying. But for the achievement, first off, everybody can't do that. So you're already in a different class for folks that can even afford to pay their way in. And even then, it won't last long because it'll be for a week. So this is the first week. So we'll see how it goes with her down the line to see if it stays like this. But I mean, that's an achievement. And I can see them trying to make the conversation on terms of she's getting closer to Beyonce than we want her to, or getting closer to that echelon of artists than we want her to.
I think with Beyonce and her, I think you can say for what they do and what they bring to the table, they are yin and yang in the music industry. Now their fans are different, but they yin and yang as far as where they stand. They're both queens in the industry. They're both queens. Taylor Swift for her with the Swifties and Beyonce with the Beehive.
But this is what I said, and I agree. In their respective fields, it's no getting higher than them.
Yeah.
Music as a whole, and this is just how it seems. I could easily be wrong. Mm-hmm. But as far as music as a whole, when it is addressed towards them too, Beyonce garners a lot more respect musically. That's all I'm saying.
Depends on who you talk to.
Depends on who you talk to, but Beyonce got white folks and black folks too.
And Swiftie does too.
Swiftie got mostly white folks. Let's not change the demographic on how they name now. Let's not change that demographic guys name now.
A lot of black folks that like them.
And who you know? Because we ain't them.
I am one of them.
You gonna tell me what song?
I don't know. I can't tell a lot of Beyonce songs, the ones that they have. I don't know a lot of names of the song. But if I heard the Taylor Swift song, I can say it's Taylor Swift. Like I said, I like Taylor Swift. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not a Swiftie, but I'm a Swift. You know what I'm saying? I like her music. I made that up. But I like Taylor Swift's music. I do. I can rock to her music, because she got this new song that just came out. It's really dark. I wasn't too crazy about this new song she just put out. I saw the video of it. But yeah, I like her music. Yeah. So
it's a new song. It's on the top. So you know a song.
I don't know the name of the song, bro. I said the name of it, right? I saw the video, but I don't know the song. But like I said, I like Taylor Swift's music. I'd be lying if I said I don't like no damn Taylor Swift. No, I love Taylor Swift music. It's nice. It's good. I would listen to it. There's a couple songs in there. Maybe you bob your head too. Yes. Like
the default ass now. So, all right,
that's not a default. Let's go. We don't do this. Bro, Taylor Swift music is not bad because I didn't say that. Hold on. I did not say you said she was bad.
But you I didn't say you.
But do you listen to it?
Do I listen to her? Yes.
So do you like it?
I like her. Yeah.
No, I like her music.
Album I did not listen to.
No, but do you like her music? I like her music.
But I can tell you a Taylor Swift song without saying I like her music and it sounds nice.
Right. But when I listen to music, but I don't be doing all the, what's the name of the song. I'm like, okay, because right now with Cardi B and Megan, I don't know the name of the songs. I know something I hear. That's honest God truth.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying? It's Drake songs. I don't know the name of the song. I know it when I hear it. But you know that's the honest God truth. Like I know. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not trying to be funny. If I hear the song, oh, I like that. And I was supposed to my action. Who the hell is that? Oh, okay, yeah. I like that song.
Yeah, from R&B stuff.
No, but seriously, I don't know. I don't go that deep into the name and who helped wrote it, and I don't do all that. But if I hear the music and I like it, I like it. I am on music. I'm that dude. Okay. Okay. So someone said "Lover" is one of her songs. I'm called "Lover."
I think that is from one of her newer works.
Okay, well,
I know they play it.
Congrats to Taylor Swift. I just don't like what they're doing in the music industry right
now. Next up, industry games. Speaking of industry games, let's segue into for a sec. Dave & Buster's. All right, this is from the Shade Room, so you can take this with a grain of salt. Shout out Shade Room. Dave & Buster's will soon allow customers to make wagers on its popular games. Customers will be able to place a $5 wager via Dave & Buster's mobile app and various arcade games offered by the establishment. I'm gonna be honest with you, that's pretty interesting. They turning Dave & Buster's into a actual casino now.
Pretty much.
Pretty much. Because if I'm gonna be betting on some what's the name of the game? Some Fruit Ninja on slices. Who can get the most slices? I'm gonna be betting on the skee ball. That's gonna be hilarious. That's gonna be fun, actually. That's gonna be fun. But that's low key introducing kids to gambling. Yeah. So I like again, I'm 50-50 on it, but it's not made just for kids.
But it's just like Candy Crush and all that other stuff, right?
They got Candy Crush there. That's crazy.
That's what I'm saying though, because what the money's coming in there when you get in there and you start to buying all the different stuff so you can play the game.
Yeah.
So yeah. Anyway,
I wonder what regulations they gonna put behind it. Because they didn't go in detail.
I'm quite sure there's going to be some, but these businesses are finding ways or being, very crafty in finding ways to stay open because food ain't always it anymore. And people got a lot of it.
They not it.
And a lot of people are not going out, man. A lot of people don't go out. A lot of people have, stuff brought to them now where you pick it up on your way home. So,
is it true?
And you can't make your money just on Friday services.
Hey, well, they might be trying to change that. Dave & Buster's, they said, hey, you can bet now. So, bet that.
That'd be a good place to take your date now so I can go gamble together.
Yeah. Yeah, baby, I'm going ahead and put 5 on the ski ball table real quick. Something you ain't got. Updates. Got another update. Donald Trump has been held in contempt of court on today for violating a gag order that limits what he can say about those involved in the case. The judge overseeing the former president's my bad, I was trying to make sure we still had it. The judge overseeing the former president's criminal trial for harsh payments paid to Stormy Daniels, if you don't know who that is, she's a trooper, has also warned Trump that he could be jailed if he violates the order again. Judge Juan McMurkin, I think that's his name. I'm sorry if I mispronounced it. Made this decision after stating that Trump violated the order 9 times. Golly, in post on Trump's Truth Social platform and campaign site. Trump has since deleted the post, but has been fined $1,000 for each violation ordered him to delete his post.
Hey, former President Donald Trump, I dare you to do it again. Dare you.
Yeah, because $9,000 ain't nothing.
No, I just want to see is he going to mess with the law or going to get put in jail? Because right now, bro, that judge would be like to some people a hero, or you get super villain, right? Because I want to see if Trump going to test his gangster.
I don't know. Because it sounds like something Trump would do.
Exactly. Is he going to test the judge's gangster?
Yeah. All right, hey, we're going to keep our eyes posted to this. Speaking of testing games, we're going to end the show. Well, part of the Cliffside news with the reaction across social media on the past 5 to 6, 7 hours. Kendrick Lamar has officially responded back to Drake's push-ups with the name of it being Euphoria, and it is getting mixed reviews out on the web as we speak. And I'm gonna be honest with y'all, we mixed in this right here. we all the way mixed. I bet y'all can kind of figure out who is on whose side.
I don't know side. I want to make that very clear. I'm not taking any sides. I don't have a favorite. Either one. I like both of the artists. All the artists that coming out with these discs, I like all of them. So I don't have.
I like all of them too.
But I don't have a favorite. I don't lean one side or the other. I do not. Because if you ask me who I like the best out of between them, if I had to say music, it would be Kendrick. I like Kendrick music the best. Okay. Between him and Drake, I would rather listen to his rap music than I like listening to Drake music. That's just me. But let's continue. I just want to make sure. I want to make sure I put my
do your review. I'm listening up at this point.
No, but I'm listening at this time. I want to let people know that I prefer Kendrick music.
Then go into who you feel as far as with the raps do you favor with the diss tracks. It's 2 diss tracks out. It's officially around one. It's officially around one.
That what he dropped today. If you got to sit there and try to figure out what the hell he's talking about, bro, and you got to wait on into the song to hear the stuff, bro. No,
I knew that was
no, I'm just honestly when I heard it, I had to go check and see and make sure it was the official thing because I know Kendrick didn't come out with this.
It's definitely official. It came out through all his channels and his page and DSPs.
But when it hit the first 30 minutes, 30 seconds of it, bro, I didn't know what that was. I really didn't. I'm not trying to.
The Teddy Pretty Grass sample?
Whatever it was, but I didn't know what the hell he was doing. And if you're going to get into a track and this is what you're doing in the beginning, you got a few seconds to catch somebody. I had to actually listen to the Euphoria to get the Euphoria of it a couple of times.
Okay. Oh, you say you got the Euphoria. I doubt it. But what did you get about the Euphoria reference?
Huh?
What did you get about the Euphoria reference?
Bro, I can't get nothing because for me, you had to go. It's like you had to go to the double control. And you had to figure out everything he was saying, all the twists, everything what he was going for, how he laid it up, what he was going to do. That's too much damn thinking, bro. In the middle on a Tuesday and in the morning, who got time to sit here, bro? Say what you need to say and get on with it. I don't need to be going back and see that you write something backwards. Did you do this? Come on, Kendrick. I mean, for a music head and a person who wants to get involved with it and break it all down, that's cool. But that's just like me sitting there getting ready to wrestle with somebody, right? And I'm trying to lock you in a certain way to get you in a certain position before I can win a fight. Come on, bro.
If you're going to bring up wrestling with it, they got a powerhouse, they got a high flower, and then they have a technician.
And he did technician stuff, and it was boring. Now, if you look at it, if you go back from the
go ahead and wrap this shit up,
bro. No, bro, I'm just saying the end thing for me, bro. When people are busy and you want to hear a rap beat, you want to hear the beat. Most folks are not going to spend the time to try to break down, the wise and the clever things that he was saying in the rap song. So, and it was way too goddamn long. That's way too long. Because like I said, I'm busy. Go ahead.
Yeah. And this is why I I let you say all your BS as you want to say it in the beginning.
Sure.
And then I clean it up for the actual music heads. Again, if you're not a music head, you can go ahead and dismiss yourself. But as far as what he said, this was a masterclass on how to dissect the dude. Because I literally don't know what the hell Drake would have to go on some violation type tip to address all of what he said. And this is not that type of podcast, so don't worry, I'm not gonna go into details. But I will tempt you. Because if you're thinking along them lines that folks don't dissect stuff, I want to go ahead and tell you right now they dissected Drake stuff, both of them, and they dissected Cole's. So, yeah, let's go ahead and leave that part alone. You're going to dissect raps because this is going through interpersonal for what they know. The punch is to figure out what it is. That's why we like what Rick Ross said. No, we didn't. Don't listen to Drake. No. Don't listen to Joe, because Joe don't listen to music, so he has no real opinion. He's a casual, barely. For actual music fans, they like the fact that he mentioned stuff that we don't know about. Or this thing that Kendrick said on here. Not only did he question your integrity and if you know how to write, and the people that write for you, he went inside, he brought your daddy in it. He brought you in it as a daddy. He thought that you and the dude that you was with and said sorry. He brought other folks in for strays and said, bro, we don't even, you want to mention something, because the biggest thing that Drake mentioned, and I'll say this part and leave alone. The biggest thing that Drake mentioned as far as with Kendrick was that as far as money-wise, I've been molding you. Mm-hmm. Let me check your splits on what you get, because we already know Top get 50%. You're like, dude, you signed with like 3-4 other people before they signed with the label. And you might be sending out cease and desist over one of them. No, that's what we're doing. That's what we're like, bro. Again, not that type of podcast. I geek out later. As far as with this, I love the fact that we got these two dudes that's actually going at it back and forth. I can't wait to see what Drake say back. That's what I'm waiting for.
I don't think you need to say that back, but let me ask a question. Oh my God. Can I ask a question?
You take it fun. Yeah. Go ahead. Ask the question, bro.
Okay, so when Biggie and Tupac did this trash, I'm just asking, okay? But for music here. Go ahead. When he did this track. I bump your boot, yo. We understood it. It was no dissecting and trying to understand.
Y'all dissected Biggie's response.
No, we
didn't. Sent nothing but subliminals back.
Let's not. Let's
because it's easy. Yes, Tupac said whatever you could get immediately, but you did still dissect.
I mean, not Tupac. I mean, not Tupac.
And Biggie nothing else.
It wasn't that one. It was Ice Cube and NWA. You ain't dissect that. You ain't dissect that. That's what I'm talking about. Because Biggie didn't want to get into it, but the rap beef with Ice Cube and NWA, when we heard it, you were like, right? Oh my God!
You had to find you a beat then.
No. But I'm saying no. But that's what I was talking about. So when you heard those, for me, when it's a rap beef, right? I get that other people at other echelons when it comes to music, right? It's the quality, it's the technical part of get it. I ain't knocking him on it, but bro,
oh my God! Y'all still dissected even when he did Renegade. God.
Who did Renegade? Ice Cube didn't do Renegade.
No,
I'm mixing
it up. I'm mixing it up.
Really?
No, I'm saying the Ice Cube diss track. Y'all still dissected that. Yeah, you did.
Bro, it was nothing to dissect.
Y'all dissected
it. It was nothing to dissect. Bro, when you heard it, you were like, ooh, you have to go back and rewind it. You heard what he said.
And he said other stuff you didn't have to rewind.
Bro. Okay.
Because he was shooting America too. Most of them didn't know that during that time.
Bro,
Come on now.
okay, come on. Like I said, I like Kendrick Lamar.
The dissecting is part of the rap beef. That's why we like it. Because we're gonna go back and see what all they said, and then you miss something.
I'm gonna be honest with you. When I listen to Kendrick Lamar, I think I listened to it twice today.
Yeah,
and I listened to it without headphones first time. Then I put on headphones, and then I started to listen because, of course, you got to listen to it very carefully. And I think that's what made me furious with it, because I had to really listen to what he was saying to catch what he was saying. And like I said, for people like yourself, that's a good thing. For a person like me that's just passing through, where you could get there. Come up with something a little bit more simple. That's like that's like somebody learned using a lot of big words, talking over your head, and say I said a whole lot.
I can't help that you can't get a shit.
Well, bro, I got it. I'm not listen to it, but you didn't get it right. I wasn't trying to get everything. I heard enough of what the way he was going with it. It was too long. Number one, way too damn long. That was like 5-6 minutes of him coming back at Drake. And okay, you said some stuff about this.
Drake made 9 minutes if you count all of the songs that he made together.
You count all the songs. This is one song he put out.
No, Drake put out 2.
No, this is one song that he put out.
Okay. I mean, we've been in it up. Yeah, I can't even have a conversation with somebody that's out the blue.
It's not a conversation to have. But what I really want to do is see tomorrow, right? For people that's over my head, the music aficionado, because I want you to call them. Don't you come in tomorrow saying that they're not the music aficionado like you. People that been in the no.
I'm not gonna say that. Everybody has their opinion.
But what I'm saying is, when people come out with their
and
what I don't want to hear is, no, they're just a Drake fan or whatever. No,
they got fans now.
No, but
it's fans out here. The big sides already.
Okay,
I'm part of them.
Okay, but what I'm saying is, the people that I'm gonna listen to, I think gonna judge fairly. So I'm gonna wait to see till tomorrow and see what the other big heads folks are saying that knows music like you do.
Please leave it to them.
No, because I want to see, because you saying I don't know the hell I'm talking about in the song is fire, and I'm sitting there like,
you do not. You do not.
No, I do not. I would disqualify myself from saying I don't know. But I would say this: when somebody hears something, they either know they like it or they don't.
Oh, you can like this like it. But your opinion about it varies on if it's even valid. Because you don't listen to it, neither do you keep up with the artist. So you would miss all of the stuff that they're saying back and forth that fans and folks in the industry would be like, God, that's dirty. You would hear it like, what are you talking about? What does that mean? That's completely different. So most of whatever it is when it's down with Ice Cube versus NWA. Most of what it is when it's going with a Tupac and a Biggie. Or even a Nas and a Jay-Z, because it's more of your era. And even if you didn't listen to them, you know the keynotes. So with knowing the keynotes, it's gonna seem away because you were in the loop. And you got the references. That's exactly as you heard it back in the day with them, and somebody came in, well, I'm that's it. Well, you're gonna be like, well, golly, you ain't really in anyway. So you can dislike all day, but you discrediting how they come about it and what the angles is, you're gonna miss the angles and how it hit, because you don't know.
But I don't know. But what I'm gonna say about this new stuff they're doing is all fake, because their beats are really beats.
I do agree. I agree. I think this is gonna be a rollout for them 3 to come out with some type.
Yeah, this what they're doing right now, bro, is just for people to get ready to start buying music for the summer. This is a rollout for summer.
But it's the sport, and that's why a lot of folks in hip hop right now is absolutely ecstatic, because the sport of competition seems like it's back, and you see it front and center with who you hold in the highest regards.
I hear that, but anyway, the music industry is in the era where they're trying to figure out some stuff.
It's past your time. It's past your time.
No.
Let's go ahead and
Okay, yeah, it's past my time. Fine. But what I'm saying is on the money end of the business part of it, which is my time, they got some things they got to try to iron out because the streaming thing is hurting a lot of artists. And so, with all the streams that they're getting, they're not getting money. I said before, a $15 CD and a 99-cent record sale is a lot. So,
let's not make this argument because I would disagree with that.
Bro, I got to keep the music industry. That part I can tell you.
And they're
that
not
part I can tell
the
you.
ones in the music industry.
Bro,
let's not do this. I don't even know how this popped up.
No, but what I'm saying is, the reason I'm saying because it's probably because of the fake beef. They're trying to sell music. That's where I came from. So what I'm saying is, so
this, I don't think they're just trying to sell music. This has been a conversation between specifically them three, but them two specifically on which artists do the culture of hip hop deems as the best.
No,
that's been the conversation around.
None of those guys stand head over heels either one. They're all good. You got your favorites, but when you look at right now in today's music industry, bro, there's nobody head over heels looking like that's the clear king. No, they're all good. They're good. If you put them up in there, they all sell out arenas. Their music all sells. They all on an equal level. Neither one of those guys that are beefing right now can top each other when it comes to the record sale. You know what I'm saying? The only person that's kicking everybody's ass, and you said disqualified is Drake. So if that's disqualified about the money he makes and how many no one hits he got, that disqualifies him. All in the same.
No.
Well, you said it. I mean, I don't care.
What I'm saying.
So
I'm saying this disqualified you from the conversation.
No, but I'm saying you told me we had this conversation. I was saying, well, Drake this, and no one like that don't matter.
No, yeah, because you're dealing.
Okay.
In the beef part. No, that's not to discredit him to say that he's not one of them, because that's an important stat.
But when you look at them as a general and whole, right? They're all good, they're all crap, and they got their fans.
They do.
So I can't, this here to me, even what they're doing right now is cute, but okay. Okay.
Yeah, this is
that's what I'm saying. Cause I'm looking at it from a business standpoint of view, and then when you start digging into it, and I did the research on why that beef, I'm like, okay. Then it's summertime.
Joe, you couldn't dig that much and found out anything because they're not. We still don't know why them two are beefing.
Right. Exactly.
They never said it.
This is stuff that that somebody said in a while back on something. Yeah. So again, it's nothing really for this to. It's no rhyme or reason for this to be happening now. And like you told me at the end of the day that it don't matter how long somebody does it, they can just do it. So it's about time. Okay, so and everybody's now responding in a period of time when they didn't respond for years. So again, it's business, y'all. Let's get it.
It's ball in your court. I'm done.
You're done. All right, guys.
No time.
On a business level, anyway. Let's get into it. Hey, Akuma, how's it going, Toki? Okay, I do. I mean, Toki, I listen to music, but I don't listen to the music that he does, and I don't have to listen to what he does. All right, guys. This is Joe Lockett Show. We got a lot to get into today. Now, I want to get into the show today on a Tough Conversation Tuesday. I want to go here. Exposure. Are you being exposed? And the reason why I was after this conversation, it came from me talking with my cousin today. And she's 38 years old. And we was talking about, her dating and, the reason why she is dating, not dating. I'm not gonna put my cousin's personal life out there. But she was giving me from a woman's perspective, right, on some things. And I'm just sitting there and I'm listening because I'm always curious to when you have a beautiful young lady. And I looked at her ring finger, there was no ring there. And then she was telling about her work career, right? And everything that she was doing and how busy she was. I was, curious. Hey, D, how's it going, baby? I'm very curious to, okay, so how does a beautiful young lady like yourself, right, at this age, you're not married or haven't been proposed to? Wow. Fellas. Women. I have to say that a lot of men go into relationships and a lot of women go into relationships, right? and you get exposed. You get exposed very quickly to the fact of, and this is, I think, we need to really reevaluate who you're dating and why you're dating this person, because you get exposed very quickly over a period of time. I'm gonna tell you what the exposure is, but I want to talk about this for a minute because I think we go into this fictitious thinking pattern of what we want this relationship to be, what you think is going to be, and then we go back later on and we say that this person lied to us or this person wasn't very truthful to us, right? And what I realize right now, bro, sometimes the people that you choose is dead weight. Some people you choose right off the bat is dead weight. And I'm going, yes, dead.
No, go.
Women and men are dead weight. And I've witnessed this when I sit down and really thought about this. Think about what I'm saying, ladies and gentlemen. A lot of times, a woman goes into a relationship and say they want to get with this guy. And the first thing they say is, once you get past this, look, what's the second thing that women always do? It's finance.
Yes.
Right? He needs to have that paper, right?
My age said he got to get a bag. My age said he got to get a bag.
Yeah,
you got to have a bag.
You got to have a bag. Okay, but when somebody's saying that you have to have something, okay? And honestly, on a tough conversation Tuesday, do you have it? I had this conversation with my daughter last week when I asked her what she was looking for in a guy. I said, baby girl, do you have it? This is a real conversation, right? Do you have what you expect him to have, right? And she was like, well, I'm working towards it. I said, well, don't put an expectation on the guy that you don't have.
Verbatim?
Yes, verbatim. Because like I told my daughter, right? And this is me being a father. Whatever you want a guy to have, right? Damn what he got. Make sure that you got what you need. Make sure you got whatever you're asking somebody for. Make sure you got that for yourself. Because if that walks away and it does not happen, I'm gearing my daughter for success. I'm gearing her to be dependent upon a guy and get with a guy that she's gonna try to make better. Hell no. Like I told her, you need to be your best when you meet him. So if he leave you, or if y'all stay together, y'all pop out, and he leave you, you still good. You ain't sitting in a court trying to get half because you thought that you deserve something. You gave you the best years of your life. Damn all that. That's the old way of thinking to me. I told that to my cousin today too, right? That women need to change the way, and I'm saying on a tough conversation Tuesday, right? The way you approach things. Yeah, it's nice for a dude to have a bag and a car, and that's your qualification. That's cool. I ain't got a problem with that, right? But what I do got a problem with is when a woman or a man have expectations and they don't have them themselves.
Question.
Sure.
Is it expectations or is it more preference?
It's expectations, bro, because our preference is your preference for me to be making what, $150,000, $100,000 a year. That's a preference.
Yeah,
I'm saying
it can be interpreted as a preference.
Okay, so
because
are you making $150,000 a year? That was my question to the girl, because when she asked me,
and you being your right ass.
So that's what I'm saying. So I think again, when a woman asks a man, "Are you doing this? Do you have this?" My question, I think the guy question should be right back to her ass, right? Do you?
I think nowadays it's starting to get like that. It wasn't so much a few years ago, and the reason why I mentioned preference is because you can feel very strongly about both, whether it's an expectation or a preference. People kind of use them in the same light, but we can all identify that a preference is something that you could get over. An expectation is something that you expect to happen every time. And from how I see the dating market, regardless of age, a lot of folks mix up their preferences and their expectations, or they put them in the same boat. Because, like how you said, if the woman was to say my preference is for a man to make at least 6 figures, but you're asking her, Well, do you make 6 figures? Which you'll be in your right to do.
Exactly.
For her to say, well, that's my preference, it's kind of like, it's a slot. It's kind of, you know what I mean? It's really being backhanded too if you respond like this, in my opinion. But she'll be in her right to be like, that's a preference. That ain't something that you have to do, but I'm not trying to deal with anybody that don't. Just like how some folks would be like, I can't deal with nobody that's fat or too skinny.
Right. Okay.
You know what I mean? That's why I was like, it depends on the person on how they viewing it and how they treat it.
Of course. I think it depends on how you treat it. But what I'm saying is, when people are asking and wanting certain things from a person in a relationship when you're dating, right?
Yeah.
It's very important in 2024, right? Especially for women. And I'm saying this on being because I'm a father of 2 daughters, right?
Okay.
Don't expect something from a man that your ass don't have, right? That you don't already have yourself. That you can't go in there and get yourself. Now, and the reason why I told my daughters this, right, and I told my cousin this today, is because, yeah, you can add value to a man, right? But you need to be able to add value to yourself first.
I agree.
So when you get with that man, you already a made woman. You know what I'm saying? You already that girl. You know your business. And he will add to your portfolio. He will add to your life. You see what I'm saying? You're not sitting there fighting this guy. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of them are like, well, you know, it's a man thing to lead. I got that. I'm not telling you to get a man that ain't going to lead you. But what I'm telling you is that you need to lead yourself in all aspects of your life. Whatever expectation you got for that dude, you need to be leading already that in your life. Period. Right? It ain't this guy can pick you up and take care of this. That's fine. You don't have to pay none of the bills once you get with his ass. If he got that kind of paper, he that dude. But you should at least be able to have, if you tell this guy to make $200,000 a year, you need to make $200,000 a year. You want this guy to be a millionaire? You need to be a millionaire too, because guess what? Your life is just as important as his, dear. And I'm telling my daughters this, right? My daughters, and I'm very, like I said, I'm very serious, right? If you meet a man along the way and he happens to be making more money than you, that's fine if you fall in love with him. I said, but you need to go ahead and make sure whatever the hell he's making, right? That you go ahead and live to your full potential. Because I want my daughters to be independent, meaning that they know how to get it themselves. They're not dependent on their boyfriend or their husband.
So let me ask this. Do you think that you shouldn't depend on your partner?
You should depend on your partner. You should.
Why do you say that?
You should, because if that's your husband. If that's your girlfriend, boyfriend, no. But if that's your husband or wife, yes, you should depend on them.
I pull that card. They always pull on us now. What's that? You can't get to wife unless you are a girlfriend, boyfriend.
Okay, so hold on. Erica said men don't care about money. Erica, it's not about the money. It's not about the man caring about the money. See, y'all missing my point. See,
well, hold on, because
the man is not asking.
I can see why she interpreted like
that. No, but okay, let me explain. Like I said, when a woman asks a man, right, it's not about I want your money. You can keep your money. But when you're asking me, am I making $200,000? You're like you want me to. I'm gonna ask you, are you making $200,000 a year?
But so let me ask you this: if she wasn't, would you care? And if she was, would you care?
Men do not. I agree with what they're saying. Men do not care about the woman's money, but when a woman is putting that on the man, right? So I'm making $200,000 a year. When I bring you into my life, okay, and I'm saying this to you as a man, right? Mm-hmm. Are you making $200,000 a year? And she would probably say yes or no. Or she tell me no.
Yeah.
And I would say to her, okay, so why is it relevant that I'm making $200,000 a year? I can take care of you. I can take care of myself. Okay. And I can take care of you. That should be enough. Okay. So I'm saying, so if your requirement or expectation or whatever, right, is to $200,000, right? Where are you getting this from? You see what I'm saying? Where is this coming from? Because again, I agree with the women that a man don't care about the money, but I'm talking about for the women. When you're saying that you want a guy to be able to do this, and it's not just about the money, it's about you having your house, about having your car, about everything. Like right now,
but in a sense, that's not really about the woman.
It's not fair.
Because let's do it like this. Because we talking about on terms of what she'll be saying back and forth when it's giving preference and expectation.
Sure.
On what you said alone, I agree. But think on this sense.
Sure.
If most women and men can agree that the dude 9 times or at least 8 times out of 10 is not really gonna make it a situation whether the girl he really, really likes have money or not. Because I think it's only an issue if most women bring it up and use it against the dude to where he looks at finances as an issue, which is why most dudes go out of their way to get it before starting anything. Would you agree with that?
I agree with that 100%.
Okay, so with that being the case, how do you, as a woman, just imagine, how do you, as a woman, throw out your cachet? Because you know, off the premises, for the dude that's the right dude, he's not going to care whether or not you can't sustain financially because he's hoping to be more times out of 10. That's you're dependent on it.
But that's the flaw I believe that's in our system today.
Okay.
And the reason why I'm saying it, you got a daughter. If you had a daughter.
I know you my man.
Okay. But you had a daughter.
Yeah.
Right? And she's getting ready to marry this dude. What will be your advice to your daughter before she gets married to a dude?
My advice to her would be pretty similar to yours. Make sure you have your own and don't have to depend on what it is that this dude can give you.
You know what I'm saying? So when I sat down and I really thought about, when I'm having a conversation with my daughter, we're talking, right? I said, I got to, as a man, I got to make sure that my daughters are protected against a guy like me. Because see, guys use money, right? When they know they got that paper.
And as a power tool.
As a power tool over a woman. And see, women can get mad at me what I'm saying, but they think I'm actually coming at it, but I'm actually helping, right? Because I think our system is flawed of what our expectations for what our young women need to make sure that they have, for themselves. I'm not saying that she need to go in and pay the bills and pay the mortgage. No. If you marry a man, he should lead. But what I talk to my daughters about, right, is this here all the time. Okay, what are you investing in? What are you looking at, right? Because you have a father that's able to teach you these things. You see what I'm saying? Some women don't have that. But I'm saying with my daughters right now, like, you see everything I'm doing with the land and the house that I'm buying, right? Yeah. I'm teaching them how to do this stuff, right? And then once you get with a guy, of course, make sure he has of equal value. Now, if you mess around and fall in love with somebody that doesn't, that's on you.
Okay.
I'm preparing my daughter, like too many women wind up ass out when they guy that they loved, right, mess around and cheat on them, or they got something, now you got to get half of what that is. You know what I'm saying? And you got the kids, and maybe you put your career to the side, or you don't have the kind of money, your lifestyle completely changes. There's a lot of women out there like that right now. I'm in the dating world, trust me. That's out there.
You need to. And we know a lot of cases of that.
Right.
And we know a lot of cases the other way.
Right now, I see most younger women are getting married later or not at all due to their going after their careers now. I see that a lot more. But I do say to the other women that are not in this, you're going to expose yourself, right? Just like a man going to expose himself. I think women expose themselves when they go into a situation expecting this guy to take care of her because that's his role. Yeah. These guys these days, bro, I'm sorry. Women can get mad at me, but I'm just being very honest. A lot of guys, bro, are not what they claim to be.
What you mean?
When a man gets with a woman, bro, me and they got the paper.
Yeah. And
tomorrow, Trent Richardson will be on the show. So I'm gonna ask him to talk about the same similar stuff. We're gonna ask him some questions tomorrow about this. So make sure you listen to Keith and Joe show tomorrow. But when a man got that paper, right? And he met all his qualifications, 6 feet tall, got paper, got house, got insurances, all that good stuff. He meets your qualifications, right? And then you bring your qualifications to the table, right? When a man knows that he's the powerhouse and things go bad, what's the first thing I gotta do? What's the first thing I got?
You play them cards.
Well, what's the first thing, ladies? Y'all can get mad at me with a man, but when a man got that paper and you don't, he can be your husband, he can be your girl, your boyfriend. But when a man got that paper, what's the first card that he pulled?
I'm having a brain card.
Finances.
Well, yeah, you don't play them cards.
He played that card.
Because he got that over you. You don't have the finances to match.
Bro. And he will make you go to every extreme end in court to get it. And if you ain't got no kids by this dude and a prenup, what did it leave you?
Wait, that's if you're trying to take it, right?
Mm-hmm.
If you're trying to take the finances after y'all separate.
Well, you know, when you get married and you know you catch him cheating or whatever, right? Or he done something,
yeah,
or y'all get into argument.
Yeah, you're gonna make sure you don't take his money.
But it's y'all money. But like you just said, that's the way he's sort of looking at it. So that's why I say to my daughter, right? Yeah, when you get married, what's yours is his and what's his is yours. That's fine. But in all due reality, baby girl, and I tell my daughters this, I tell them this, I say, listen, love is great. And when you find the person that you love, give them your heart, but don't give them your money. Right? I said, make sure that you understand at the end of the day that if things do go bad, which you hope they don't, that you're going to be okay. If you have kids, they're going to be okay. I said, because there's a period of time, right, when y'all going through a divorce, guess what has to happen if he's not a good dude? You got to fight for yours. And if he got a new woman in his life, right, he's going to try to hide, move things around in all kind of ways. This is on worst case scenario. See, like I tell my daughter is, I don't live in best case scenarios because best case scenario, you got to worry about that. What you got to worry about is at the end of the day is when things, if and when things do happen, what are you going to do? Right? I don't wish bad things on nobody, but you're going to catch a cold one day. Right? And so I want my daughters to be prepared on the opposite end of the spectrum because they're women. And nobody's going to have their back. When dad is gone, who got my baby's back? Nobody. Who's going to make sure that their mind is set on how a man thinks? You know what I'm saying? And how to take care of family, how to run a business, or how to, live your life. Ain't nobody going to think about that. A lot of these women that I talk, even the ones I talk to, right? When you talking to women, bro, what are they talking about?
First thing with the finances, then if he emotionally can be vulnerable. Something like that. I know that's at least 2 or 3, maybe 3.
D, I don't know.
Body preference, maybe that's 2.
D, I don't know where you D said most people she said people making $100,000 over 2000. I don't know about that, D.
Wait, say what?
D said people are making $100,000 more often in 2004. That's not the median income right now, D, that I know about. Maybe you know something different that I know, but I don't.
Maybe depending on the state, but even then, if you're talking about the state, that's looking away.
It's between 50. The last time I checked, it's between 50 and 80,000. What the average median income is, and
80 is barely if you're in a small market.
Yeah, now, because a lot of people, bro, are still making anywhere from, these are grown folks right there got these blue collar jobs.
Yeah.
A lot of these folks, man, I'm gonna say plant worker, okay? You're making anywhere from 18 to 24 to $25 an hour.
On base.
That's
on base. And if you move up, maybe you'll get to the city.
Right. And so what I'm saying is the average woman and average man today, right, is making $18 to $25 an hour. Right? Blue collar workers, that's the average pay without overtime. Do that times 40 hours a week. That's not $100,000 a week. $100,000 a year. Right? But that's what people are living on. Now, most people trying to get that overtime, right, or got a certain job. But like I said, if you say you're making $25 an hour in today's economy, that's a lot of money, right?
It sounds like none, depending on if you're in places like San Fran, maybe New York, maybe Texas.
And you got a family?
Yeah. You got kids? You sure you ain't single in the house by yourself?
Okay, they said that's a choice. Okay.
Yeah.
So I have looked it up. And like I said, the median income, right? When you're talking about the people from 20 to what I would say 30 to 40 years old, the median income, right, like I said, is about $50,000 to $80,000, right? Now, if you got a skill set, that's completely different. You got the skill, you make it, over $100,000. But it's not over. I'm not gonna say there's not a vast number of folks making over $100,000.
Even if you got the skill, you ain't just jumping out to $100,000. No. Let's be for real on that too. Yeah. Even if you got a skill, you're not just jumping out to no 100,000. That's more of how you garner and ship off that skill, or if you building it from ground up.
You got to think about it, man. Right now, the average rent on a house is over $1,000. You know what I'm saying? That's just rent. That's just rent on a small place. Most people mortgages is anywhere between $1,500 and $3,000 a month, depending on where you live. You know what I'm saying? So that's just mortgage. So that's not even including the car that you drive if it's paid for.
And I keep
insurance.
And I keep going back to the States. It just because of what I studied with real estate.
Mm-hmm.
When you get down to these state specifics, they start looking crazy.
Yeah.
It start looking crazy. I don't even want
Miss Hampton with Texas. Miss Hampton, it's 3K. So Miss Hampton in Florida, what is the average hourly wage in Florida right now? You have to work a couple of jobs to gross 100K. Unless you got a certain skill set, I will agree with you on that one here. 2,000, it's 2,500 in New Orleans, right?
But do you think
the apartments I manage, one bedrooms are 1,600. Okay, you have to make 60K to even live there. Okay, so
but do you think it's because let's say even if you have a skill but you didn't ship it off yet to make money with it?
Mm-hmm.
I kind of still agree with Erica because you're gonna have to get the others. It's just gonna be multiple jobs to even equal what you're growing.
Bro, $100,000 is not dropping out the budget, but out the air for anybody right now. Seriously, most people are not making it. But I'm gonna clarify because Dee did clarify. She said that's what she preferred. That's what she liked, right? So she's not saying I'm the average income.
Oh, okay, yeah. But in truth, make it full circle. For her preference,
somebody said P Diddy looking for your ass.
No, we don't do that.
Wow.
You know, you can drop P Diddy on Drake.
Let's see. So 1,650 here is Spokane, where a state rent is $1,300 for rent and 2-bedroom apartment. So many people have their part-time. Yes, most people do. Yeah, most people do. And that's what I'm saying. So this is why when I'm talking about the tough conversation too, people being exposed, right? And exposure, right? That when men and women get together, you exposing yourself when you put in that he or she needs to have this or they need to have that. Because when y'all really get together, right? Or if something happens to one of y'all, or if y'all mess around and break up, you're gonna get exposed, bro. You see what I'm saying? But you see my point?
I do.
You're gonna get it. If you went into that relationship, right? Whether you the man or the woman, right? And you ain't got your stuff together already, and you left that relationship and you still ain't got your stuff together, your ass is exposed, you know what I'm saying, all the way around. So that's why I say, you know, for us to start teaching these kids and for us too, is stop asking people or requiring people to have what your ass don't got, right? If you ain't bringing that to the table, don't tell me that, well, I can go cut grass as a fella, or I can do this. No, bro. For pound, when you going into a relationship with a woman and she got bread, you need to be able to make sure that if you not making the kind of bread she's making, right, that y'all got a clear understanding that you got a job that you can maintain and you can take care of the household. Okay. Now, you may got a woman who making 1 point something. That's you're never gonna make a case if you're not in that price range. That's fine. But what I'm saying is, if y'all do break up, can you go take care of yourself? Are you taking care of yourself now?
I got a question.
Sure.
Because I don't disagree with it. I'm just, and I hate being Mr. Positive. Yeah.
Rachel says side hustle, bedside, main job.
I got a question. So, do you think that your daughters will meet anybody in a reasonable amount of time that will even meet her?
Right now, where she is, yes. In the next 5 years, probably no.
Because of how her circles run.
And
with her age being where it is, where it can go.
And because I'm her father. And she's probably getting different. No, I'm not saying that on that tip. I'm saying she's getting different information. And she's exposed to different things that maybe other kids are not.
Oh, okay, yeah. And where her circle going from?
Yeah, so you know, I have influence where I can say, well, baby girl, talk to the person, get her name known right there with other parents. You know what I'm saying? Her.
And I'm glad you mentioned that. I'm glad you mentioned that because she's gonna be in settings where most rich dudes that do meet her the same place won't entertain her.
Right.
How do you think she's going to move? This is the other bracket because for your daughter right now, and I agree, she could probably meet somebody, but her aspirations of where she's gonna be going, that might even scare the dudes off that could meet or even get to the same level. Now, when she gets to that other standpoint, because we heard it a lot, even from the females, and I know you know this for a fact, for the successful females, for them getting in the rooms to even entertain the ones that got that money like them, those dudes won't even deal with her. Because, like we said, money won't be an issue on this front. Everybody can do whatever it is if they had to not even met or parted ways. So on that front, is it turning into more of a preference, or is that just the expectation lower?
Well, you know, I would say for my daughter, like I tell her realistically, right? If you're able to handle your own 9 times out of 10, you're not gonna be, may not have that guy that's gonna be the top earner because he don't want you.
Okay.
That's just me just being honest with my babies, right? You know, that top guy, he wants somebody that he can take care of that's gonna be a little more subordinate to him.
I think that's most dudes.
No, but that's the 1% earner, bro. He ain't gonna want a woman out there, you know, doing. He wants a woman when he comes on. He wants somebody to cater to him. You know what I'm saying? Because he got the bread. The money's not an issue to him. I get that. Like I told my daughter, you don't want that kind of man anyway. For my daughter, I don't want my daughter to have that guy that thinks that she needs to do something because he got money. Damn him. You know what I'm saying? That ain't the guy I would want to see my daughter with. It's up to her who she be with. You know what I'm saying? But I would much rather for her to be with a guy that loves her. Yeah. So like I told her, I said, when you're dating, I said 9 times out of 10, you're gonna scare the other guy that you may like, that you want to be with. I said, you may have to find somebody that loves you, but is a good guy. You know what I'm saying? Because if you, like I told her, I said, you got your money and he's making money, y'all gonna be okay, because the most important thing in that relationship will be love. It's not finances at that point. You see what I'm saying?
And question, you don't think that applies vice versa for the woman? Because we said that we start changing how women.
I think it applies. Stuff too. I think it applies for the woman, but the woman is left more ass out than a man is, because a man 9 times out of 10 is gonna go out there and get it anyway. That's it. Most men, bro. I mean, yeah, bro. You can put. It's gonna be easier for me as a man if I'm out on my ass to go out there and make it happen quicker than a woman will be. How you say that, bro? Women have a tougher time, bro, trying to get a high-paying job, go out there and get on their feet, especially when they got kids, because they have responsibilities and everything else.
Kids is a different.
But what I'm saying is
whole different.
No,
whole different.
But it's a whole different animal. What I'm saying, if you've been married and you mess around and you get a divorce, most times out of 9, you're gonna have a kid or 2 with you, right? And so you get out of the divorce and the guy was the breadwinner, it's gonna be easier for that guy to go out there and get on his feet than that woman.
I don't believe that. Okay. Not today. Because this is why I don't fully believe it. At least for my age range.
Okay.
It's probably different for the other age range if we're talking about that type. For my age range, it's more women that's a lot more successful than these dudes. A lot. Or they at least have, like how we said, a skill set or a degree to market off for my money. I see more dudes nowadays settling for the blue collar or for base pay jobs and going up from there. You feel me? And I see more women being able to go and get that degree that's going to put them in rooms where they can start off where this dude's trying to go up to. For my age range. For yours, once it start cutting off after that 35 to 40, I don't know, because that's not me.
Well, I would say
from what I've seen from all of the folks I frequent.
And I agree with you, because I think it was more pushed when we were in school that you were going to college.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. That was a must. That's why you have more men with with high educations now because
in these rooms.
Yeah, and that came out of the 60s, right? That came from the 60s to the 70s, right? That where we came from, we had to be educated, we had to have degrees. Now it's not pushed anymore, right? That it's guaranteed that from a kid that you go into college, you're going to make it. And here's the part where I think we really lost in your generation. College stopped being pushed, but skill sets stopped being pushed also. And
I would agree.
And here's the biggest downfall that I see in society after my generation, right? That it was not a requirement. And I'm gonna say this again: it was not, probably still not in a lot of homes, right? That your kid graduate from high school. Parents started allowing their kids to miss school, not graduate from high school, get in trouble. I mean, the things that we were afraid to get in trouble about, right? Or we would not dare do, or the principal calling. That's like, you dropping a piece of paper on the floor today, right?
All your food.
So the standards of what the requirement is for you to be a man, a boy going into a man, or a boy going into a young man to become a man, completely changed. That boy is allowed to be a boy for a long period of time. See what I'm saying?
A few of y'all dress them like they still boys too. So
show. Well, I'm gonna do it, bro, because when I am dealing with a young man, right?
No, I'm not talking about you.
Okay.
No, I'm saying for folks around your age or that crowd, kind of like 40 on up to that 55. Mm-hmm. When they do see, and it's not just you, but I hear it enough, especially with dudes that got money, where you will write that off as he's just being young, when it's really him being stupid. And it for me, it sounds like less accountability being placed on the shoulder. Mm-hmm. But that's a tangent. There's not even go on that shit. Right. But when I'm talking this long on the lines of,
do me a favor, hit that like button. I know y'all liking the conversation.
Yeah, hit the like button.
I see a lot of people comment, but I need y'all to hit that like button too, y'all.
I know y'all in the food.
Yeah, everybody in here, right? Hit the like button, y'all. The signals that I appreciate it. But everybody took the conversation.
Yeah, but around my age group, and this is why I loop it back. For the few dudes that are able to go out, or even the women that get this trait or this skill and having to market it off, this is why they say, yo, man, you college ain't so important. So that's why I agree with you on that point. How they push stuff is specific in a way, because they have stopped with the skills portion. And a lot of these folks thinking that entrepreneurship is a skill. No, that's what we can place you as a job listing. That's not a skill. And it's getting pushed more and more today that, if you want to make money, jump into no, if you want to take a chance to make money. And a lot of y'all will be jumping out on that too, thinking you're doing something. I don't want to speak to my thinking you're doing something and you have no idea, neither did you prepare to even fathom what all you have to put into entrepreneurship for it to even function like it's a job.
And I think a lot of times, man, that we're misleading. I misled myself when I first got into entrepreneurship, right? But I think we need to be teaching our kids, right? Even if you're doing entrepreneurship, you got to have a steady job to support it.
You do.
You know what I'm saying?
The whole time.
Because to be an entrepreneur, you got to make money. And it's a lot when somebody said where you can't focus. You got to put all your time into it. But you got to find the time for your job if you got to survive in the meantime. And so that's one of the biggest mistakes that I made, right? When I first got into entrepreneurship, because I bought into the mantra that, I need to focus on my business. If I believe in my business, I got to go damn everything else and go make this work.
Shoot, Joe, can we be honest?
Of course.
Honest on two.
Let's do it.
This is why I say for women, it could be easier, especially for my age group, because what they're shipping off as entrepreneurship, for some, it could be looked at sex work. And there's too much money in the industry for that.
OnlyFans, dude. I want to find that OnlyFans.
Oh my God, Joe.
Hey, and if you're thinking that the splits on that is wild too, it is to a degree because you gotta think about where you're getting.
Exactly.
But for that field, it's way more money for women than it is men, even if you're doing it the legal way.
Mm-hmm.
Now you add in different scenarios of different events when it's company side. We've heard stories about that too, where in order for her to get to certain avenues, she got to do certain things. And I'm not, you know what I mean? I'm giving light to it because the difference on how that's played today for a dude around my age would be a lot harder because you have to actually prove something to these dudes unless you're in buildings where it is more female dominant. Okay, and you still have to look away.
But I'm still going to say when it comes to the workforce, when it comes to sex, drugs, and rock and roll, that's always going to win out. Boy, it's fun. And
no, I just dropped it off.
I'm saying, but
yeah,
sex, drugs, and rock and roll,
that's how we can go.
But that will always make money. Always. That's not going anywhere. Always a big money. But and there's different levels to that too.
It is. You know what I'm saying? It is. Everybody ain't making money.
Everybody ain't making money, right? So, but when we talking about men versus women going into the workforce, men most times start off making more money than the woman, right? A woman can have the same degree as a man, but in some cases, not all, that man will start off making more than she did, or he would get a higher position than she is, right? Because of the way these companies are ran.
They do that.
And so that's why I'm saying a man, right? At the end of the day, if it's a black man and a black woman, I'm gonna say the black man has a quicker chance of opportunity to get on his feet a lot quicker than a black woman would. No, I'm just using just but a man in general is going to make more money than a woman, right? And a man can go out there and hustle and do pretty much anything to get back on his feet. A woman has to be very careful on the things that she's doing and the choices that she makes due to she's a woman. And like I said, if she's a mom, she got kids, so she's kind of limited to time constraints and things of that nature. Men, we're more free. You know what I'm saying? Because you get a divorce.
Well, this is why I want to separate the parents with kids. Mm-hmm. Because both parents with kids, and I do agree, most times the kids is gonna be with mama.
Yeah.
But the parent with kids is its own type of, you know what I mean, issue, because you're adding in how many, which kids, and what they are doing. Mm-hmm. So that's the part that I leave on because I ain't got kids.
Right.
You feel me? Mm-hmm. So as far as with the individuals, the man and the woman on this end, the only reason I brought that up is sometimes these women, at least from what I see dealing with my age range, if she is successful and the high-earning dudes don't want to fool with her, and then only a few of the low-end dudes could even really stomach it, she's like a creep with no power.
I disagree because here's where I think what people let's this is where I think women, high successful women, are really missing the boat, right? Because they're caught they call it an oxymoron, right?
Yeah.
No,
I dudes don't want it in the low.
But here's the thing. I think what's most important. Now, see, this is where I'm probably gonna get in trouble in Tough Conversation too. But it's going to be. It is what it is. This is just what I believe, and I do tell it to my daughter. Do you want love? Or do you want somebody to take care of you? And some people say, I want both. Got it. Now, if you're that woman that's a high income earner, let's say you're making $100,000, $200,000, $300,000, $500,000. You're right. The woman is making that kind of bread. The dudes at that level 9 times out of 10 is not going to want you, or they're going to cheat on you. That's the honest God truth. There are some guys that don't, but in that range, you got your pickings of anything you want. If you haven't grew up together and been together, you get this guy for the first time, those are the things that you're going to deal with on a lot, because they travel a lot. They're out and about, and they're home with you every little because they make that kind of money. Just the truth. For the woman making that kind of money, nephew, they need a guy like you. They need a guy like me, right? Because once you find that hardcore working dude, he may not be the high income earner, right? But he works hard. He got ethics. He got values, and he loves you. And that's the guy she wants. But see, here's where the women that making that kind of bread get caught up at. He would never make more money than her. So he won't be able to do things for her that she can do for herself. So it makes her feel messed up. That's where that woman got a problem in life. That is her Achilles heel. And I think that's why some women find themselves single, because the high earner guy don't want her, and the guy that loves her can't take care of the way she wants to be taken care of. So she would say that she's screwed. And this is why I tell my daughter, that's the dumbest ass way to look at it, because if he had the money, it would be okay. So how come if you got this man loving you, he's working hard and doing everything that he can, that if you paying most of the bills, why is that a problem? See, finances should not, to me, and I tell my daughter this, and I'm telling women this, if you got a good man that's you at a bracket that, he can't get to, but this man is making $80,000, $90,000, or $60,000 a year, right? And you making $200,000, but this man loves you. He's taking care of the house. He takes care of anything that broke. He raises his kid. He's a damn good man. But you got to pay most of it because you're the income earner. What the hell is wrong with that if that's the way y'all life is set up?
That's not the expectation.
But the expectation is because what women are being told or what society said what women need to do. You got a man that loves you that's not cheating on you. You got a man that's taking his money and put everything into the house. You just happen to be making more money than you, but this man loves you. You telling me you'd rather be with a guy that at some point that can take care of you or starting off taking care of you, but he don't love you like this guy do.
But I agree. I'm with you. But I'm just saying the expectation for most, from how it sounds to us, the expectations for most is that their preferences are lined up to say that the dude I want should be at least close, if not better than where I am. The dude that I want should have this certain type of list of stuff. And if I'm met with somebody that I love, I'm going to want them to have all of these preferences checked off. And if they don't have these preferences checked off, now I got to look at what it is I'm expecting. And if it don't line up with one of my big expectations, I'm going to feel away.
And again, I believe every woman that makes money can get that guy. You just flip it. It's a flip of the coin of how that's going to play out for you, because the guys with money, I'm sorry, ladies, but they think completely freaking different. They don't look at the marriage the way a guy like me would look at a marriage, or a guy like you, right?
Yeah.
They look at a marriage, like I said, if you talk to the high income earners, 9 times, I would say 8 times out of 10, they're not at home. They're busy. They're traveling. They're in meetings. Y'all married, but he's keeping you happy because you can go buy anything you want. You can get anything you want. You can drive anything you want to drive. But for me to do this, I got to go do this. A lot of times, what are these guys doing on the road? Now, I'm telling you, like I said, bro,
Back, bro.
let me say this. I'm in the roads with some of these folks, and y'all on the high end, y'all know what the hell I'm talking about. Y'all can get mad at me, but the honest guy keeper, the guy that's high income earners, they're not faithful. I'm just being honest. They're not faithful. They got wives and they got kids, but those guys, man, when they're out, when they come home, they're a husband. When they're out in the streets, they're a husband. But the women know they got husbands. But these guys, man, got women in different area codes.
You should just,
bro,
and they see,
bro, and they got. I know some fellas right now, bro. Not calling any names, but there's no. But their company, right, takes care of like 2 or 3 different other women.
Ooh, what?
Their company, they
like part of the right.
No, for a salary goal, they are on payroll in the company and don't work for the company, but it's paying their mortgages and everything, bro. Trust me. Like I tell women, bro, be careful what you're asking for. Okay, these guys y'all want. The lifestyle of it looks great when you're taking a picture on the private plane with your husband and you're going to the Bahamas or you're going to Belize, with your man, right? But how often is that man that's a high income earner? How often is he at home at nighttime? right? How often are y'all together?
Not on FaceTime.
No, I'm saying in the same house, sleeping in the same bed, right? A lot of times, man, within a month, most of these guys are only home maybe 2 weeks out of the month. If that, depending on what they are doing. And when they do come on, and if y'all think I'm lying, we've said this on the show many times, COVID told the story for everybody. COVID told the story for everybody.
It did.
Right?
Y'all could not stomach each other for
Could not. Could even the average folks, but even the average folks that was working every day, you come to find out you didn't love the woman that you had to see every day. Or you didn't love the man that you had to see every day.
This ain't it.
Listen to what I'm saying. At the end of the day, bro, you need to find somebody who is a good man or a good woman who got a good work ethic and love you. That is the bottom line. I told my daughter, right? Don't let money be the hang up of a guy that loves you and he don't make the same amount of money that you do, right? I said, because,
Blue said, a broken man who would cheat on you too. I'd rather cry in the Bentley.
See, she's saying broke. Yeah, I said the guy that's selling his business. See?
But that's how they gonna label you.
Well, if a woman labels a man that works hard, right, and have let's say he got a Dodge Durango truck, but he works hard, right, got his own house, got his own life. I'm talking about myself. You know what I'm saying? But what I'm saying, but again, right, and you'd rather have the guy with the Bentley that's gonna go cheat on you, right? That's on you, because when he leaves you, are you gonna get that Bentley? And hold on. No, and he may give it to you, but can you afford it?
No.
When he breaks down, can you take care of it? You see what I'm saying? No. So all that stuff that women say, that I'm not saying go from rich to broke. I say get a good guy that works, a good work ethic. Did I not say that? A good work ethic and loves you and handles home, right? So you can cry in a Bentley and have a Bentley, but that Bentley was supposed to break down. You can't call him and say, come fix it. Oh, I know you're not calling me broke, Leonard. No, I know you're talking me. I'm just talking about.
We never read off your comment.
He's ready to come in on. But no, what we're talking about is, what are we telling our kids, right? What are you telling yourself? Are you being exposed? Because when I say exposed, right, you would get exposed when things go bad. You or him is going to get exposed like a mug when things go bad, because one of y'all is going to be okay. And sometimes the other person is not, depending on how you went into that relationship. But I see a lot of women, that's why it's a tough conversation too. I see a lot of women go in and say, well, it's a job, a man's job to lead, a man need to do this, a man need to do this. You're right. I am not taking that from a woman who believes a man should lead, and I think a man should always lead. But I think you should lead yourself before you lead your ass into a relationship with a man that's leading. Let me say that again. I think you should lead yourself before you lead your ass into a relationship that a man is leading, right? Make sure you know how to lead and take care of yourself. Make sure you can have a lifestyle without him that you agree with. Because that lifestyle that he's affording you, he did that. Let me say that again, ladies. The lifestyle, when you get with a guy, that's the lifestyle that he created. And he now is allowing you to be in his sphere. And he's going to make you his wife, hopefully. Hopefully. You see what I'm saying? So all this stuff sounds good, but while you're in there, this is what I tell my daughters all the freaking time. If you get that guy, pimp the platform, get all the information, find out how he's doing it, figure it out, right? And start doing that stuff yourself too. If he's into stocks, find out how to do stocks. Start to get stocks, right? If he's into investing, find out what the investments, find out his contacts, right? So if things go well, it's all y'all together. But if things don't go well, guess what? You know how to go do it yourself too. See, what I'm saying is, don't F around and get exposed, and you mess around and be out there with your pants down around your ankle looking stupid. Okay, y'all get mad at me on what I'm saying, but I'm being very honest right now. You have to make sure at the end of the day that you, the woman, stop exposing yourself and putting this title on what you think a man should have and what he got to do before he can lead you. No, you lead yourself first, ladies. Lead yourself first. Now, should he pay the bills and pay the mortgage? Of course, I'm not saying he shouldn't. But you don't need a man to lead, right? You need to lead yourself. And then you find a man that wants to lead y'all. But without him, you're still a leader. Because sometimes I look at y'all women, man, and you want a man to lead, but you can't lead yourself even out your door to your car. Or when a man walks away from you, you looking for the next man to lead you. And you bitter about he lied to you, you wasted your time, so on and so on and so on. But in the interim of that, right, what are you doing? How's life going for you, right? Make sure you got your stuff together. Make sure that your life mentally, right here, you're good. Right? Make sure spiritually, you're in the right place. See, it ain't always just about money. I'm talking about everything about you. Make sure your work ethic is in place, right? Your focus is in the right place. The things that you do in your community service is in the right place. Your give back is in the right place. Ain't no man gonna do that for you. Like I said, make sure you're leading first in your life. Make sure that you got your stuff aligned of who you are. Don't let that man shape you because of what he has or how he looks or what he says. You see what I'm saying? You got to lead yourself. See, these are conversations that a lot of folks are not having on these social media and podcast platforms because it sounds great to say, well, if he got 6 figures, girl, I ain't doing this, and he got to do this here, and you got to pay for this, you got to pay for that. Well, damn, most of those women that are saying that are single as hell.
Facts.
Every woman that y'all see sitting on the podcast with long hair and nails and eyelashes and stuff like that, they ain't got no man. Or they got they done been with somebody and they're no longer with them.
I ain't seen a married say that yet.
I have not seen a married woman. You don't see LeBron James' wife saying that because she got a new podcast going out with a friend, right? You know what I'm saying? You don't see women that got men saying the stuff that these women are saying. Because those women that got the men that got the money, they did something different. It wasn't an expectation a lot of times for those women. Those women, like LeBron James' wife, they've been high school sweetheart. She's with the man who didn't have nothing before he became a billionaire.
Now, there is some that gets in on the other end. I'll say this, though. Mm-hmm. Even for the ones that get in where they fit in, I guess when it's already been successful or is about to be, you know how they talk about it? Along the same lines. Hey, they'll say, yo, it's some things you got to adjust to or that you have to at least compromise on. Like, they'll speak in that type of sense instead of, oh, I need him to yada, 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 yada.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying is your beauty, right? The way you look, pop, pop, pop. You got the ass, you got the tits, that's fine, right? But at the end of the day, like I said, when you look at these podcasts, y'all do your own research, please. The women that are talking what they want and what they need, they single.
I got a question.
Sure.
For your age range. Because you said something earlier about not just depending on the man to be the leader, you should be a leader too, right?
Yeah. You should be a leader to lead yourself to be in a relationship where a man leads you. Yes.
Okay. My question for your age group, because I don't know, but I have heard from your age group out of their mouths when it comes to some women from your age group at their mouth, some of them do say, I'm at the point in my life where I don't want to keep holding it down. I'm at the point in my life where I would love for a man to lead me so I don't have to keep leading, or I don't have to be in a place where I have to do all of that again,
right?
Or steal. I want to be in a relationship with somebody I trust that can hold that part down for me, and I can be an asset or assist them.
A lot of my friends say that. I can tell you a quick answer to that though.
Okay.
The women tell me, damn love, I'm not married for love, I'm married for money.
Yeah. That too. That be along the same line.
That's for the women in my age range, they didn't have it. I'm married for money. And they understand, right? It ain't about love. He ain't got to have all the looks, right? But if he can take care of me, the way I want to be taken care of, I'll give him a little bit. Because, this is what was told to me. This ain't me, Joe Lockett over there.
Yeah.
He ain't going to be that sexually active. You know what I'm saying? He ain't got to be all that attractive, right? And I don't need the married thing. So I'm not marrying for love anymore. I'm not married for love. I'm married for money. And they're very clear on that. I'm marrying for money.
But isn't she facing the same struggle and strife that the other women younger than her is doing?
I don't know.
Like she's dealing with the same pool.
You asking me the question why the women do it. I'm telling you for the women that
No, I was asking, what would you say to those women that's dealing with the same pull, but having that approach later in life.
I would say for the women, that say they're married for money and not love, I would say, it's their choice, bro. That's what they want to do now, and that's what they feel that they are. Some people don't want to go out on dates and go through all this, to go through the nine, because it's not easy dating. It's not easy being in a relationship. It's not easy being married. And you know what your tolerance is. And I would say if you're over 50 like I am, you know what you're screwed up on. You know what you're looking for. You know what you want. And it's up to that individual woman or man, right, to go after that. And it's not wrong if you're going for love and money. It's not wrong if you're going for money or just love. It's not wrong on either of those fronts. I know some women, like, I don't care about how much he makes. I just want a man that loves me. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? I've met women that don't care about the money portion. As long as he got a job and he's working, I'm not paying everything. I just want a man that's gonna love me. Whatever. I didn't say because I can introduce some cougars now. Right now, I know some women right now. I know a couple women right now, bro, that they don't care about the money. As long as you're a hard-working man and you're working, and she ain't got to, take care of everything in the house, and you do.
She a nice sugar mom? She's a nice little sugar mom?
I don't know if she's gonna be a sugar mom. She's looking for something, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, I got
you. Oh, then never mind.
I got you. You know what I'm saying? So I think it goes on the preference, right? And I'm gonna say the women, and let me be clear, the women that I know, they're on the higher end when it comes to the money. So you know what I'm saying? They different. Yeah, they got a whole different flex. They got a whole different flex. But I'm just saying, man, this is why I say it goes to everybody because you're exposed, right? What are you doing? And then when things don't go right, and this conversation for the women today, right? What is your exposure, right? In your life, when you're looking at your list, if you rip that man away, as I tell my daughters, you pull him away, who are you? Spiritually. Who are you as a woman? Who are you in the finance area? Who are you to your community? Who are you to your family? Those are the things in the clause I think every woman needs to make sure that they're leaning in, right? Before you enter into a relationship, whether you're in your 20s or whether you're in your 40s or your 50s, right? Know who you are. Know what you're able to do for yourself, not bring to the table what you're doing for yourself, right? What does your life debt look like? Everything. As a woman, Dan the man, what does your life debt look like before you enter into that relationship? Whatever he brings to the table, he either gonna be an asset or a liability to your life, right? That's the truth. I don't give a damn what age you are. That man is coming into your life is either gonna be your asset or liability. What are you now as one? If you're single with no kids, who are you in all those categories I named? If you got kids, who are you in those categories I named? And how do you have your kids set up? How you and your baby daddy, if he's in their life, got that stuff set up. Those are the things you need to make sure that you got in place or working on before you go out and get into a relationship and get dependent on somebody else's hard work. Now, is it his job to take care of you and everything that you bring to with that? Yes, not alleviating that, but your ass is gonna get exposed, right? If it does not go well, you're gonna get exposed because you're back to where you were before you met that guy. That's the part that a lot of folks don't want to think about. That's the part that people don't want to talk about. But yeah, it's great to find a guy that got this and got that. And he's gonna take care of the bills and alleviate the pressure, and he's gonna take. No, that's fine. That's what I'm supposed to do here. That's what I'm gonna do. But if you're my daughter, I would be less than a damn good father to tell my daughter that's a bad deal, baby. That's a horrible deal. That's a horrible contract you signed. That ain't the contract I want my daughter to sign. Because that contract for her, right? Because 9 times out of 10, if my daughter gonna marry some millionaire type guy where she got to sign a prenup and she's gonna be broke up automatically, that can happen. But I'm looking at, maybe that's probably not gonna happen with my kid. she's gonna marry an average guy that probably makes more money than her, right? So I'm teaching my daughter to think differently. Now, if she listen to me, cool. If she don't listen to me, it is what it is. But at least I'm planting that seed. No. What?
Tell them not to.
What was that again? What was that again? Wow.
Wow. Oh, we're going to go to the cheers. That's crazy.
Wow. Hey, turn the volume up on that.
Yeah. Oh, no. I just didn't want to laugh on speakers out.
Well, okay, so what was that first you said as I was talking? How you felt about it?
We do not care.
Wow.
Oh my God.
As long as a man can take care of himself, I'm good.
We do not care.
Bro. I have a son too. Tim says I wouldn't bring a man in my life that wasn't going to be a good role model. That is very true. You know, and for the sons too. You know, for moms, you got to be careful who you bring around your kids. That's the Steelers coach voice. Oh,
yeah. She answered the question.
Yeah. I don't know who was it, but you know what I'm saying is, you know, today's tough conversation. Exposure, right? When your relationship doesn't go right, ladies and gentlemen, what is your exposure, and are you being exposed, right? And for me, it just depends on how you go into the relationship as a man and a woman, right? Y'all may not be equal value, depending on where y'all are in life, but I think both of y'all need to bring value to each other. It's my job if I'm in a relationship with a woman to push her to be her best. It's your job in a relationship as a woman to push me to be my best, right? We both should be income earners. We both should be spiritual. We both, and you know, one may be stronger than the other, but we need to, I would want to be, hopefully y'all get a relationship where y'all are equally valued at what y'all are both bringing to the table. Don't settle for one person just to do one thing. Both people need to be able to not be equal, because, you know, everybody's drive is different, but you need to know how. And here's why I say this. Nephew is a better producer of this show than I am. But there are times nephew will call and say, hey, I can't come today. Guess what I got to do? I have to produce the show. So if I was only a talent on this show and didn't know how to go produce and set up the cameras and set the lights up and stuff like that, the show doesn't go. Y'all see? Do that make sense, nephew?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm not equally yoked to you, but I can do what you can do to keep everything moving. And I'm saying as a man and a woman in a relationship, that's the way that's the way it should be.
I think a lot of folks look at equally yoked a different way though. Because I can say that's more supportive. If I want to make an argument.
Okay, but why would you make that argument? Because supportive to me meaning,
because you keeping the ship afloat for how it usually is. You know what I mean? That way, and we'll call the fans kids in this aspect.
Okay.
That way, the kids don't have to get used to something that's breaking the norm.
Yeah.
Mom and daddy is making sure that everything is keeping afloat for when one of them are not around. You don't have to feel like something is drastically different.
Exactly. Yeah.
And I think that's more of supportive roles.
Yeah.
I think it's different when we talk along the lines of equally yoked, because if we're equally yoked, this was gonna happen regardless if you was with your mama. If it's, you know what I mean, it's with somebody else.
Yeah.
Whether you was with your mama or you was with your daddy, how they come about stuff, life is how it is. And when they come together, it's still the same way of how it was. For a lot of folks, it's completely different when they come together, because now we're going up to a different level versus us being somewhere we already used to.
And can we go here? That's a very great point. Thanks for making it, big dog. That's wow, that's good. Let's talk about this and tell me what you think, Matthew.
Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube. Thank you guys for liking in. Also, do me a favor. Tomorrow, make sure you guys lock it into the Keisha and Joe show. We'll have Trent Richardson on the show. Alabama superstar, former running back for the NFL.
Get on Trent, bro.
I see you great to see you tomorrow. So you guys make sure if you're out in Birmingham, Alabama, you can come down and have coffee with us. Coffee will be on me tomorrow at the Filter Coffee Parlor tomorrow. If you guys are not here, make sure you guys lock it in on the Joe Lockett Show page. You guys can catch the show live at 10 a.m. Central Standard Time tomorrow. Appreciate you guys for that. Now, this is something that is probably not going to be popular. But I think sometimes, nephew, whether you're in your 20s or you're in your 50s, right? Mm-hmm. Would you agree with me? And I'm going to say this, you tell me what you think. I think you need to evaluate yourself in a relationship, whether you girlfriend or boyfriend or whether you're husband or wife. And this is what I would say. You need to evaluate yourself and see, are you dead weight?
Oh, facts.
To the relationship
all day. Okay,
but let me know what y'all think too. And I think we need to evaluate ourselves. Am I dead weight spiritually to my relationship? Am I dead weight for loving in my relationship? Am I dead weight financially in my relationship? Am I dead weight for time spent together in a relationship, right? Am I dead weight for the community service that I do with my wife and my kids? Am I dead weight as a husband or a wife? Am I dead weight as a father to my kids? Am I dead weight as a mother to my kids? Y'all hit me in the comments, right? If you're watching this, if y'all watch the YouTube, if y'all watch the clips, I want to know, do y'all believe, I believe that we all should evaluate our own selves at some point in our life. Are you dead weight in any of those categories? Because I think when you start to evaluate yourself, right, truthfully, it would tell a lot about your relationship and why it is the way it is. If you're being truthful about it, tell me your thoughts.
I would agree. A lot of folks, even if you want to put it on the low level of boyfriend, girlfriend, think that you come in the same way you would leave out if you had to. I think a lot of folks think along the lines of, alrighty, if I come into the relationship that we have in the beginning, that we should always be viewed or handled like how we did when we walked in. And everybody knows what's new on the block you have with kid gloves. Whatever is new and shiny, you treat as new and shiny until you get used to it. And until you use it. And until it get wear and tear. And that's why I'm like, oh, day and night. I agree with that. Because there's a lot of folks that would go into a relationship even on base level, not even on the lovey-dovey stuff, but with people that they love or people that they cherish, thinking that everything is supposed to be still the same way it was and forget the nuances of how people didn't change. Because if I'm going in with, because if we using me and you, how I came into a connection with you is drastically different than how it is now.
Yes.
Drastically. With me and my parents, how they see me when I was a kid versus how they're treating me now as an adult is drastically different. But that don't come without reevaluating how that person is. And I wouldn't be able to handle y'all right if I didn't reevaluate how I'm supposed to act and what I'm giving you guys. If I'm finna be, let's say me and you got like a contract conversation. If I'm dealing with you along those lines on some contract stuff, in order for me to make any type of negotiations, I have to reevaluate what all I gave into it and what all I'm putting into it and what all I'm going to do for it. You feel me? In order for me to consciously go up to you and ask for anything, with you being the owner of the situation, I have to reevaluate my relationship with the owner at a point. Because I can't just go to you asking for some empty stuff and I ain't putting nothing in to make you feel like I'm valuable. If I ain't put nothing in to change how we're either looking or how we're handled, even in conversation when I'm not around, like you gotta really put. And if you're gonna go about it in that way with your partner, you do need to understand what it is that you're going to be putting out on family terms, or if you a liability on the financially and what all you're going to put. I definitely agree with that. I definitely do.
You know, and You don't hear people talking about this because this is a tough conversation to have. You know what I'm saying? Because you got to evaluate yourself, right? Are you dead weight to your relationship? And Chaching, I'm sorry to hear. I think I seen Chaching said they're 58 years old and they're going through a divorce, not only as healing, but making sure that you take your best part of you moving forward.
Facts.
Yes.
Big facts.
And I'm coming from, more man of experience where I didn't have words for what I was looking for myself. Because when you're going through a divorce or you're going through a breakup, it's always, in most cases, it's somebody else's fault. It's because they did this, I didn't do this. Or because they didn't say this, I didn't know this. Right? But I'm very hard on myself. And so
Extra hard on yourself.
I am, because I hold myself to I can't ask you or anybody else to do something that I'm not willing to do.
And you don't.
You know what I'm saying? If I ain't been through it, if I'm not doing it, I would never ask you to go do or jump across anything that I don't know the results of, how bad it can hurt or what's going to happen. I always try to make sure I can do it myself. But that's neither here nor there. But I think what I had to learn was when you talk about being self-accountable, right? Accountability. You can't hold others accountable if you're not accountable for yourself. So even though I may not be wrong in what they wronged me in, I was wrong somewhere. That makes sense?
Yeah.
Let me say that again for everybody and for the people in the back, right? Even though I'm not wrong for what they wronged me in, I'm wrong somewhere. Okay? And you got to figure out where that where is. And then you can start to fix yourself. Because even though somebody wronged you, right? And they're 100% wrong, you still wrong in that situation. Well, how so, Joe? That's not you. What are you talking about? You chose to. So you got to sit down and start thinking about, why did I choose this person? What was my selection? Thought when I chose this person, what was I looking at? Everything that you do in life, you can get better if you choose to look at it through those lenses. It don't make you a bad person. It makes you evaluate yourself to become better at what you're doing, to have a sharper eye, to have a sharper focus. So I would offer this to everybody out there as we get ready to close out the show here. Because I know TikTok and Facebook and YouTube. Let me go ahead and tell y'all goodbye, because I know y'all got to get on up out of here. Peace out. We love you. We'll see you guys tomorrow. See you tomorrow with Keith and Joe. Make sure Rich will be in the building. TikTok is still here for a few more minutes.